Before you do anything, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you rockin' with Young Dolph, go ahead, like this video, comment, put the PREs, put the Dolphins in the chat, man. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel, man. So the OGs just pressed the entire CMG crew. They pressed Yo Gotti, they pressed Moneybagg Yo, Big 30, everybody in there just got pressed. The OGs went to Memphis. They went to Memphis looking for him because they knew that Dolph being gone and everything like that, they came to check everybody and make sure that everybody on the same page. When it comes to Yo Gotti, they pressed Yo Gotti and said, we know about your past history with Young Dolph. We know about what's going on, but they sent a message to Yo Gotti. They said, you could try to do whatever you want, but you cannot replace Young Dolph. Young Dolph cannot be replaced, man. I want to send my condolences to Young Dolph, man. If you really rocking with Young Dolph, go ahead, put the dolphin emoji in the comment section, man, because they could try to be like him. They could try to say the same words as him. They could try to do the same style of music videos and everything, but they will never replace Dolph. They can't be Dolph. They can't have none of the stuff Dolph had. They will never get the fans that Dolph had. They will never get the King of Memphis title like Dolph had. They won't get the support from Memphis. That's why you see they all canceling their shows. They canceling their tour dates. I ain't seen Yo Gotti do a concert in years and months. We ain't seen Moneybagg Yo after all them hits, all his music, the whole spring, the whole winter. And now what? Nowhere to be found, man. Black Youngsta, he's a goner. He's out of here. Done. Over with, man. Because of the fact that they tried to do whatever it is that happened with Dolph, man. At the end of the day, we see the karma in full effect. This why they not getting no shows. This why they ain't getting no buzz. Nobody talking about him like that as far as going to and buying they things and everything like that. At the end of the day, man, Moneybagg Yo was riding off of the whole Ari situation about him and, you know, all the girls with the BBL, yeah, they gonna pay attention to that. That's why Yo Gotti had to get with Angela Simmons, because her daddy got all the money and everything like that. In case the whole CMG doesn't work out, now he's clicked up with Angela Simmons so that she could take care of him. One thing y'all gotta understand is that CMG, they fell apart. They broke apart. After the whole Dolph thing happened, man, they knew that they wasn't gonna last that long. They knew after a while that time was just gonna catch up to them. Everybody sees what's going on. Everybody chose a side. People are rocking with Young Dolph, and that's a fact. And so this is why they not really listening to Yo Gotti and them no more. They not really listening to Moneybagg Yo and them no more. The only time we really hearing about them is when they controversially diss Dolph in one of the songs, which just further goes back to making them self-snitch on themselves. So they basically just taking their own self out of the picture, out of the situation, because, hey, in Memphis, they already done moved on, man. They moved on. They really looking more like, when is Pooh Shiesty gonna return? When is Gucci Mane gonna get here? They lost Big Scar. Big Scar was 1017. If you didn't know, all of the real, actual talented people was actually going to 1017 or PRE. They just didn't want to get caught up in the CMG PRE beef. That's why Big Scar went to 1017. That's why Pooh Shiesty went to 1017. That's why Big 30 was going to 1017 until Yo Gotti got sick and tired of losing all the artists, losing all the Memphis talent to 1017. And little did you know, Dolph's in on 1017. Dolph got a part of 1017. If you didn't notice, Dolph and Gucci Mane, they business partners. Dolph and Gucci Mane found the way to put their egos to the side and be able to work together as business partners. Whatever they have ideas outside of business, they keep that to themselves. They don't bring that in when they come together. They don't talk about their problems and the way they think from where they're from and everything like that. Like Gucci Mane from Atlanta. So he's not coming to Dolph and saying, nah, in Atlanta we do it like this. And Dolph not saying in Memphis or in Chicago we do it like this, because Dolph from Chicago, but he the king of Memphis. So when Gucci Mane and Dolph come together, they put their differences aside and actually was able to work in everything. That's why they was tricking CMG. They tricked CMG because the whole time while Pooh Shiesty, Big Scar, all of them are going to 1017, is really Dolph got a PRE deal under that. Dolph got a hand in that. Dolph was helping the Memphis artists connect to Gucci Mane so that CMG don't notice anything funny going around, so that way they can't try to come and sabotage it. They ain't scared of CMG. CMG scared of Dolph. Yo Gotti and them were really, really scared of Dolph. That's why they didn't know what his next move was, and so things went down. Like, they was worried that they was gonna get taken out the picture because Dolph was way more creative, and he was doing it on his own. He had the independence. When you creative and independent, you don't need no other man help. You don't need to put your hands out and ask for a handout or anything like that. And so that's why Dolph was way more powerful. Yo Gotti still had his boss to answer to. Jay-Z is Yo Gotti's boss. Whatever Jay-Z says, Yo Gotti has to do it. He has to do it, or else, because Yo Gotti still got people to answer to. And that's the big difference between Yo Gotti and Dolph. Dolph didn't have nobody to answer to. Dolph was his own boss. Dolph owned his own things. He was running his own show. He was the king of Memphis. It was his city. So everybody else, they just had to play their role. And Yo Gotti, CMG, everybody from that camp, they just couldn't see Dolph winning. Like, they just didn't like it. They hated it. That's why they hated on him. They wanted that position. Obviously, if it's all these people competing to be the king in Memphis, to be the number one in Memphis, whether it's through the music business as an artist or giving back to the community or just popularity, then they couldn't see themselves being in the position that they were in, having to do all that work in the streets and everything, and it didn't really add up to what they thought they would get. They thought if they put in all that street work, they was automatically going to be the king of Memphis. See, Dolph didn't have to do the same thing. He put in real, actual work, gave back to the people who was less fortunate. That's why he the king of Memphis, and that's why they can't replace Dolph. You could try to take his style, you could try to take his sauce or whatever like that, but it ain't gonna be another Dolph. The only other Dolph there is his son, and that's why everybody's supporting him. Young Dolph's son, he got a new clothing line, sold out. He became a millionaire overnight just from doing that, and that's all thanks to Dolph's fans, supporters, everything that Dolph did to leave a legacy. He left a good impression on his name and his family, and so that's why all these people is coming to help his family. They supporting his son because we want to see Dolph's son actually make it and be as successful, if not more. And that's what Dolph wanted to see too, man. This is just the real reality of the situation. Real talk right here, man. And everybody in Memphis knows this. That's why CMG is salty. That's why a lot of Yo Gotti fans are super salty, because they see the decline in that whole CMG camp. Moneybagg Yo, blacyoungsta, Yo Gotti, they all got the same decline. But PRE, Dolph, they at least going up, because Dolph put things in place already to teach keyglock. He taught Snoop bands, he taught Bandcamp, the whole PRE DJs, the producers and everything. He told the people in PRE how to do it, how to do the business, how to make the bread, instead of hiding it from them and just taking half of their work and then making them sign the paperwork and contracts and deals. That was happening to a lot of people from CMG. If y'all don't remember, you could binge watch all my videos. But you remember when Glorilla signed, I got the video of them not reading the contract. They didn't even read the contract. Yo Gotti said, you got to sign this or else you ain't getting nothing. So this is the thing that keeps happening, man. And this is the difference of how you treat people and all that. Dolph said there was no way he could ever see himself joining up with Yo Gotti. When Yo Gotti came to Dolph and he asked him to work with him, he asked him to sign to him back in the day when they was both sharing the stage doing the Memphis concert. Dolph said he could never work with Yo Gotti because Yo Gotti threw his own artists under the bus to try to get Dolph to sign. When he told Dolph, he said, I'm gonna bring you onto the team. I want you. I know you the superstar. And Dolph asked him, wait, what about your other two artists that you got right now? Like, they've been saying that they need more buzz and they need more push. Like, why aren't you using the same energy to push the already existing people that you supposed to be helping out? And then what Yo Gotti said to him was that, no, he gonna drop them and shelf them, so that if Dolph want to work with him, he'll put all the resources into Dolph and shelf the other people. Dolph said he can't respect that at all, man. He can't respect that at all, man, because he's like, wait, so you gonna make them other two dudes starve and take food away from their families and take the roof away from their head? so that you could try to get a cut out of what I'm doing. Nah, that ain't how this works. That's not how Dolph do business, man. So the paper route business, it's a whole nother way of life, man. It's about help actually doing the real way of being up in the game instead of having to do all this trickery. Get these people and throw them to the side, throw them to the lion's den, and get the next opportunity up. That's how you know people don't really care about you. They just want the benefits that come from it, but they really could care less about what happens to you or you as a person at all. They just want what they would get from that situation. And that's what people gotta understand, man. Open your eyes. Take out all the fake stuff that's going on between CMG and Memphis and everything. It was a lot of fake love. That's why Yo Gotti even said in his song that he can't show no fake love. He dropped that on Dolph's birthday. That just goes to show you that they really hated on Dolph, and they still do. They still hate on Dolph even now, and it because all of the people actually called him out for it and exposed him. That's why they ain't going to their shows. They not buying nothing. They not doing anything because they know that at the end of the day, that's doing nothing but promoting the wrong stuff. They like what Dolph was promoting. They like the peacefulness that he was doing, the giving back, the helping the community rise together, the car shows, everything that he was doing, helping Grove Hero do the food trucks, building the houses, remodeling houses for people who couldn't afford it, paying people's rent for a year. Dolph was doing way more than a lot of people talked about. The news never said nothing about it. The cookie shop never touched on it. They never talked about the good Dolph did. Anything like that. And so at the end of the day, you gotta realize that everybody's in it for their own ulterior motives, man. And so this is the reason why they can't replace Dolph, because they not doing the same things he was doing. They can't do it like he did. They don't have the genuine actual care and passion about the things. That's how you know when some people do certain things, you can really tell who's the one that's actually the passionate about it, actually care about it, and is gonna be the successful one in the long run, versus the people who just doing it to actually because they can't do it like the way Dolph did. And so they seen that Dolph was gonna last way longer than Yo Gotti and CMG was. And so that's why the jealousy, the envy, and the greed from the whole situation made it to what it was, man. People got in their feelings over this. They was mad and jealous, man, and that does a lot to somebody. And in these days, with all the things going around, the music they be listening to, they be building themselves up to do something. And at the end of the day, man, that's why a lot of people was rocking with Dolph. He was talking about getting money, taking care of his family, taking care of his community, and you can't hate on that, man. And that's a real fact. So salute to everybody in Memphis. Shout out to all the Dolph fans out there. Go ahead and comment and leave the emojis. I'm going to catch you on the next video. Make sure you subscribe.